sit back and enjoy Laura Baggett in Whatever This Is. Enjoy it.
Laura, you're 10 minutes late.
I know.
We are completely slammed.
Okay.
Raul is working 2 sections.
Okay.
Yes, I can see you came on rollerblades
Yes.
from the sweat stains under your arms.
Oh, God. Sorry.
This is your final day of training.
Okay.
You will shadow Caroline, and please keep the chit-chat with your customer short.
Right.
We're here to serve, not network.
Okay.
We are Le Pan Quotidien. Je ne sais quoi of Europe with the go-get-em of the USA. Now, go clean yourself up.
Okay. I had arrived. It's 2010, and I'm working my first job in LA, Le Pen Quotidien, just off the promenade in Santa Monica. My dreams of being an actress have begun. 1 year ago, I was in New York City working as a stand-in for Elizabeth Banks, and I was talking to the stand-in next to me, because that's what you do, because sometimes it takes hours to light a movie set. And he said to me, "So, you thinking of moving to LA? My cousin and I have an apartment in Santa Monica. Yeah, you can move in there for a couple months while I'm upstate with my family. Heck, you could even use my car. Right here, boss? Copy that." And that was it. That was the sign I needed. I'm in my 20s, what can you say? I moved from New York to LA with $125. It was awesome. My friend picked me up from the airport and we drove straight to Moon Shadows, a restaurant overlooking the ocean. We had salads and Chardonnay for lunch. My dreams of becoming a movie star were happening. Heck, we saw dolphins. This was a good decision. This was not a good decision. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. The family car that a friend had said I could use backed out, and suddenly I was without a car. I was rollerblading around Santa Monica. Rollerblading in traffic? On the 10? Impossible. I'm sorry. No. Plus, I had no job and no representation. But let me back up. I always knew I wanted to be an actress ever since I was a small child. I grew up in Westchester, New York, dancing to musicals in the living room with my parents. When I was old enough, my mom would take us to the high school theater. Just she and I, it was our special night. She'd bring snacks and we'd sit in the big cozy seats and enjoy. And then when I was old enough, I got to see a Broadway show, Cats. I don't really know what the storyline was, but what I do know is it was grown adults in onesies climbing around the theater, and it was awesome. So yeah, there I was in New York, and I knew that this was going to be my dream. I knew this is what I had to do. And in the summers, my mom would put my little sister and I on a plane alone. This was the 80s. Things were different then. And we flew from New York to Los Angeles to visit my favorite person in the world, my Uncle Doug. And on that airplane ride, I got to see film and television that I normally didn't get to watch when I was at home with my parents. Let me just say that the movie Flashdance, changed my life. A prestigious dancer working at a very nice club, riding her bike everywhere in pursuit of her dreams, only to be made real by the help of her Porsche driving boyfriend. Destiny is calling, hello? It's for me. When we arrived in LAX, my grandparents picked us up at the airport and took us to Van Nuys, where we would spend the week at their house, sunbathing in the backyard and doing cartwheels through the sprinklers. Still got it, yeah. And then a week later, we would take their Buick and drive up the PCH, stopping in Montecito for sandwiches, and finally arrive at my Uncle Doug's, who was the proprietor of a ranch in Paso Robles. My sister and I would spend the entire week riding horses, tractors, collecting eggs, naming cattle, naming cows, naming sheep, naming chickens. My uncle had gone to art school in LA, but had moved up north to live a more natural life. He was a hippie and also a photographer, and he had subscriptions to all of the fashion magazines. On hot summer days with a popsicle in my hand, I would sit and leaf through Vogue, Elle, Mademoiselle, and W. The concepts and the pictures took me to other worlds. It was so amazing. My uncle loved to point out his favorite models. Oh, Cindy, 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 woo! Claudia, those shots are so hot. And sometimes his girlfriend would come over and put makeup on me, and I got to play dress up. It was so fun. It was nice to get attention from adults, something I guess I didn't normally get from my own parents. Being with my uncle was like being in another world. He would talk to anyone we were around, and he had the best sense of humor. He even let us stay up late and watch Saturday Night Live. Watching the characters on Saturday Night Live, I decided was what I wanted to do. I might not have understood all the jokes, but what I did understand was that they were making people laugh and they were having a lot of fun. We are two wild and crazy guys. Remember that sketch?
Bust it.
Here's a cheer for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down cause you're overzealous. Play hard to get females.
Hey, kid. They teach you that in jazz dance? Damn, you're like 6. You really busted a move there. Whoa. Hey, check it out. See that hawk up there? Yeah. She's been coming around lately. I think she's gonna build a nest. Yeah. All right, you ready to get going? All right, hand me a cold one. Thank you. All right, you got your soda? Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them doggies rolling. Uncles are what? That's right, fun. All right, kid, you see that cattle out there? Yeah, you see how like some of the hairs go in the opposite direction? That's because they have worms. We're gonna separate them, give them some shots. Your job is to get out there and separate that cattle. What, you're 6, and plus you'll have the dogs. They'll be fine. Now get out there and separate that cattle. Yeah! It was a good time. We had a really nice time. So, Laura, you're an actress, huh? Think you're gonna be famous? Well, believe me, I've seen it all working here. But the good news is that no matter what, you get to keep the food at the end of the day. I know, awesome, right? Okay, well, here's what I need you to do. I need you to go over there and take the to-go orders, okay? Wait, I'm sorry, but are those your pants? You don't have another pair of pants? Okay, well, I need you to go, like, on your break and go get to Zara or to Old Navy or something and go get some pants, okay? Yeah. All right, well, Raul went on break, so go take those to-go orders, please. Okay, thanks. Hi, everybody. I'll be right with you. Hi, it's a nice necklace you have on. Must be special. Yeah, I'm gonna order in a second. Yeah, I had one similar to mine. Yeah, my grandmother gave it to me. But I was out open water swimming when it fell off my neck and dropped to the bottom of the ground, and I dove for it. And then it went under the water. I dove for it again, and then a sea-doo hit me, and I dropped like a brick to the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, I'm ordering in just a second here. Anyway, my point is, when I woke up in the ER, it was sitting next to my bedside table. No, I don't have it anymore. I sold it at a pawn shop for Coke. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll take a cappuccino. Thanks. Hey, here's my number. Call me. If you're in such a rush, go to freaking Starbucks. In 7th grade, I was in select chorus, and the director from the high school came down to select kids for that year's musical, which was Carousel. I got chosen as a snow child. Next thing I knew, I was up at the very theater that I had gone to with my mother. I learned choreography and got fitted for a beautiful dress. Cut. Okay, I don't know what you guys are doing, you and you, but it is not performing. Okay, we didn't come here to see you stare at your shoes, right? You and you, watch me, okay? I'm here and then I'm here. I'm here and then I'm here. Right? Okay. When we say June is busting out all over, we mean it. You haven't seen the sun in 6 months. We are going from snow and sadness to joy and jasmine. Act like it. Again, from the top, with feeling. The kids made fun of me and called me a nerd, but me and the other theater kids stuck together. Meanwhile, all my friends were getting their period and developing, and I wasn't. The guys made fun of me, would throw gum in my hair and say, "Hey, Laura, where'd you go camping? Nice mosquito bites." Or, "Steamroller, Laura got hit by a steamroller." It was horrible. I watched my friends develop with envy. And then, the summer going into 8th grade, everything changed. Okay, well, almost everything, okay? I grew about 3 to 5 inches. My hair got long. My legs got carved from doing all the dance and track. That summer, we went on a field trip, and all the guys were taking photographs of my butt in jeans. That summer, I was sitting at a park, and a Ford modeling agent came and gave me her card. I was going to be a model. The captain of the football team asked me out. This was the beginning of something I didn't know I needed. Power. Doug flew to New York and took headshots for me. Ford Modeling wanted to sign me, but my mom said, "No, I don't think so, not my daughter. Acting's one thing, but modeling, no way." So I signed with a talent agent and booked the cover of a karaoke box. They fit me in a denim red, white, and blue American flag skirt, and it came halfway up my thigh, and they let me keep it. The next week, when I came downstairs to wear it to school, my mother said, "Where do you think you're going dressed like that? You look like a hussy." I wore it anyway. The guys stared. So there I was in my prime when, bam, my parents decide they're getting a divorce, and bam, we're moving to California. No one in my town had been going through divorces yet. This was the 80s, things were different then. I felt like I had a disease. I spent the summer listening to Counting Crows on repeat on my Walkman. For those of you who don't know, a Walkman is a tape cassette that you put into headphones. Forget it, it's fine. Moving to San Luis Obispo was like moving to Beverly Hills 90210. Everyone was wearing short shorts and Ugg boots. I was mortified when I showed up at the beach in a one-piece. "Come on, Laura, we have to take you to Bikini Warehouse." Okay. Every morning at the high school, there was announcements that were read every day, like it's going to be a clean campus, or there's an assembly at 4th period, and it was always in a very dull and boring voice. I went in there and asked if I could read the morning announcements, and they said yes. I guess nobody was really like vying for the role. So I don't know what came over me, but on the day that I had to read the morning announcements, I got in there, turned on the mic, and did my deepest New York accent I could muster. "Good morning, it's a dirty campus. What's wrong with you people? Throw your trash in the trash can. And by the way, we are gonna have an assembly today. For those of you who don't wanna brown nose your teachers all summer, get it together." I got off the mic and everyone in the office jaws were dropped. I just went back to my classroom and sat down and didn't tell a soul. There was something about that 5 minutes of just being in that New York accent that just made me miss home a little bit less. But theater was where I truly felt at home. When I got to the school's theater, it felt like I could breathe. Everybody was coming together for the sake of making art. And there was one girl, her name was Allie. She had porcelain skin, clear green eyes, and a long, beautiful golden hair with a bandana. And I came to learn that she had cancer. She was so kind and so thrilled to be part of the theater. It was so much fun to be around her. And in that theater space, it was so much fun to just create new characters, understand characters' motivations, memorize monologues. There was something about being in a tiny black box away from the unrelenting sun that just felt like another world. I sort of floated through junior year. cutting school to watch my boyfriend surf, smoking American spirits with my friend Sherry and listening to Mary J. Blige. And after Thanksgiving, Allie died. That Christmas, my sister and I called my dad to wish him a Merry Christmas, and it went to his answering machine. An answering machine is something that it's about the size of a shoebox, and you have, anyway. When he finally called us back, he let us know that he had gotten remarried to a very nice woman. How appropriate, my mom said. This is the week our divorce becomes final. The following June, there was the theater awards at our school, and I'd been nominated for Best Supporting Actress in a couple roles. I don't really remember the roles, but I do remember my level of commitment. And there was a new award this year. It was the Allie Murphy Memorial Award. And this award was dedicated for someone with a true passion for the theater. There was a plaque up in the back of the theater, and the person's name would be put up there. I invited my mom, and she reluctantly said yes. And we arrived at the school, and it was a bunch of parents and teachers and awkward chit-chat. We sat in the back. And then they named the Allie Murphy Memorial Award. Someone with a love of theater, a team player, a love of the craft, and I nodded in agreement. I had voted for Gerald, a sophomore who could break into character at any moment. But they chose me. I looked at my mom in shock, and she mirrored the shock back, and I stumbled to the stage. It felt so unfair. How come I was still here and Allie wasn't? Laura, you got a job at Le Pen? Oh my gosh, a cafe job? That sounds horrible. Hours on your feet? How are you going to do that? You went to college for this? Hi, welcome to Le Pen. How can I help you today? Our special today is a hibiscus sparkler. No, we don't have cucumber juice. No, we don't do ginger shots. Okay, a flute and a cappuccino. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, and for you? A coffee? Okay. Okay, great, thank you. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you guys. Elizabeth Banks is over at table 4. I can't believe it. I was her stand-in on Definitely Maybe. The movie's coming out soon. You know, and Ryan Reynolds is really nice. You haven't heard of Elizabeth Banks? Oh, you will. Don't even. Look, I'm gonna go over there, you guys. I know, no chit-chatting. Okay, I got it. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Good to see you. Are you excited for the movie to come out? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Laura. I was your stand-in on Definitely Maybe. Yes, yeah. Good to see you. Congratulations. Oh, I'm good. I'm just working here. Yeah. After college, I moved to New York City. I had a mattress on the floor and a summer internship at the Ohio Theater in Soho. They had a ice factory theater ship that was an ice factory theater, which was a summer program where basically all summer long I would watch shows load in and out on a weekly basis. It was absolutely amazing. A couple weeks after the show wrapped, I was on the subway and I looked down and I saw a director from one of the shows. I was feeling super confident because I had just come from an audition. So I walked over to him and handed him my headshot and resume. This was the early 90s. We had to carry headshots and resumes with us at all times, stapled on all corners. I handed him my headshot and resume, and a couple weeks later, he called back and asked if I wanted to be part of his show. I said yes. He asked if I wanted to take my top off during every show. I said yes. It was a fight-sicle of Roadhouse, the staged performance. I played the slut Denise. It was awesome. First we went off-Broadway, then we went off-Broadway, and then finally we ended up at the Barrow Street Theater. On the final week of the show, I decided I was going to go to Midtown to hand out my headshot and resume and invite some agents. I was walking into a building and a woman was walking out. She asked what I was doing and I told her. She ended up being an agent at Buchwald. They came to the show and they signed me. Before I knew it, I was booking commercial work in New York City. I'll never forget my first shoot in New York City. I walked to the set. An entire city street was blocked off. I had my own trailer. Meanwhile, my uncle was calling me from payphones drunk. Hey girl, hey, how's it going? Listen, if you really want to hit it big, LA is the place to be, man. Yes. Jude Law was just up wine tasting in Paso. It was awesome. You got to get up there, kid. It's popping. Anyway, I'm going to be up in Esalen and doing some repairs. Yeah, call me. Okay, bye. My uncle's ranch had been sold and he now had to live in town. It was like putting a tiger in a cage. The thing about addiction is that it seems to take center stage no matter how bright other things are shining. As my career was rising, my uncle's life was declining. I booked a job as a stand-in for Jessica Biel on Chuck and Larry, and I called my mom to tell her the good news. But her response was, "Oh, Laura, your uncle just ended up in the hospital again for dehydration. I swear to God, he's on my last nerve." Anyway, Will and I are going to go see Jazz in Morro Bay, so who's Jessica Biel? A couple months later, I went to visit my mom and sister. You have to see where your uncle's at, Laura. Apparently, he had gone from bad to worse. He had been crashing at my mom's and my grandmother's, disrupting their homes, stealing their liquor. So my mom, my sister, and I drove up to Paso. We drove to the edge of town to a dead-end street, and there was his truck parked at the end of a road. Stop the car, my sister said. I don't want to see him. My mom put the car in park, and I slowly walked over to the truck. The radio was on, it was buzzing, and he was lying down. I wanted to tell him that I was scared, that I didn't know about this whole acting thing. I didn't know what I was doing. I needed help. Hey, girl, hey, get in here. I was just taking a nap. Yeah, let me move these bottles. Ugh, get these magazines out of here. Hey, get in here. Good to see you. Wow, you look good. Yeah. Hey, I got something for you. Yep. Hair gel. It's better than that Paul Mitchell stuff. Yeah. Oh. Mom gave me that, did she? Thank you. Guess what else I got? The postcards you sent me. I got all of them. Look at this. You really got to jet set, didn't you? Yeah. Me, I'm okay, you know. Looking for work around here. I might be working at this ranch or something. But you, how you doing, kid, huh? I got out of the car and I cried the whole way home. I had been living in LA for 5 months and working at Le Pen for 3 when I got the call.
Brunch sucks. I don't know what to say, Laura. You can't make a cappuccino. This is a fucking latte. Look at all that milk. And that macchiato needs to be in an espresso cup with a dollop of milk.
Okay.
How many times do we have to go over this? Oh, you're taking a call. Really? Now?
Mom, I can't really talk right now. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I got you. It's about Tug. They found him outside the parking lot of his motel. He's dead. His head was cracked open. They don't know if he fell or was thrown out of his car. He's gone, Laura. Laura, table 5 wants their flute. Hello? You know what? Forget it. Ugh, newbies.
When my uncle died, I just kind of gave up. I quit Le Pen. I stopped acting. I stopped paying my SAG-AFTRA dues. I was living in a little studio up in the Hollywood Hills, and I just stayed inside and made necklaces all day. Something about seeing the homeless suddenly hit different. Like, that person was someone's son. That woman was somebody's friend. That person was somebody's brother. I couldn't go on. I was really lost, and the pain was so deep. So I quit acting. I gave up. And I decided to do something much more important with my life. I decided to become a yoga instructor. I decided to spiritually bypass my deep feelings of grief and inferiority and stretch, meditate, and present as more spiritually woke than you. Namaste. Aloha. We are love. Welcome to my class. We're gonna breathe. We're gonna feel good. We're gonna breathe from the root chakra all the way up to the crown chakra and let it all go, okay? My name's Govinda Radha Sham Sham. We're gonna breathe with me, so find yourself in a comfortable position, in a cross-legged position, or whatever feels good for your body, you know? You go ahead and breathe. Breathing. You know what? This morning when I was eating my flaxen bran, I thought to myself, Govinda Radha Sham Sham, you used to shop at Saks, have lunch at the Ivy, and party with Paris. And a lot of people say to you, oh, Govinda Radha Sham Sham, you have something. I say, no, I had nothing. This is something, okay? Right here, breathing inside. Let's take a deep breath in. Let it all go. Breathing. You know what else this thing, this life, you know, it isn't real. It's nothing. I tried to stretch it away. I tried to breathe it away, but I couldn't escape the pain. I was lost.
Laura, it's Caroline from Le Pen, just checking in to see if you're interested in picking up some shifts. Bro quit last week, and that new guy, Randy, well, let's just say he's Merde. That means shit in French. Okay, again, sorry for your loss, and let me know if you want to pick up some shifts. Au revoir.
Hey, girl. Hey, you made it. You made it to LA. Doing it. You busted a move. Hey. I know things don't look the way you like right now, but gonna be okay. I'm sorry I had to leave, but things got too hot to handle. And I couldn't stop drinking. I tried, but you got a chance, girl. I wanted to apologize for, what they say, sexualizing women in front of you. You're more than a pretty face, you know that, right? You got it going on, girl. Hey, chin up. It's gonna be all right. You're gonna do fine. Hey, we're two wild and crazy guys. Remember that? You go out there, go bust a move and follow your dream. And that's when it hit me. My uncle died, I didn't. We were more alike than I thought. Too afraid to go after our dream, and then when we got close to it, we just kind of tore it down. I'm so grateful that I had an uncle who believed in himself and believed in me. I wish he had known that he could get the help that he needed. I wish he had tried to get out of wherever he was. But I'm so grateful that he was in my life. I'm an aunt now, and I have a niece and nephew who I can teach about art, nature. I can be a font. I can be a fun aunt and teach them fun things. And now, whenever I think about my uncle, I know that he's right here with me, reminding me to keep going. Hey, I might not know everything, I might not know what's gonna happen, but I do know that I can make new choices. I can live this life, this whatever it is, and then I can keep going. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to my director. And thank you for tech, and thank you to the Whitefire Theatre for being here. And thank you all for being here.
A girl starts walking, guys start talking, sits down next to you and starts talking.